Hey guys, this is Zawad Naga here reporting. This is my military advisor, Master Minky, and some Russian tea. And EVE Online Crucible is starting right now. Uh, it's exciting to be back. Anyway, I'm sorry for the silence all this time and low activity. Skyrim is a really, really good game. I've been playing it way too much, but it's gotten to the point where I could take a break from it. Also, finally, the expansion came out, and we've all been waiting for it, and it's looking great. And also, I have not been just wasting time. I've actually took some time to reflect and to think about our corporation's future and what we're going to do next. And there's a lot of ideas and different new possibilities we're going to do and different new things we're going to push forward. First of all, we are going on recruitment spree again, so we will have some fresh blood. Second, we are going to be introducing leadership structure, which will follow our training structure. Remember, guys, we have right now 4 divisions based on the scholarship training. Those who are going through initiation, defense training, deployment training, and enforcement training. We're going to be adding a 5th one, which we're going to call something else, but it will be for commanders, which is called commander training. And we will assign 2 people to run each of those divisions, and they will be responsible for pushing people through the required training and then organizing them for operations and things like that. And I think leadership structure is what we need. Doing some research on corporations and organizations, there is a certain barrier that you hit after which you won't grow. We've passed the 100% barrier, which is the hardest. And actually, in the last couple of months, we've done great, even though most people were inactive or busy with random things. There have not been much in terms of organized activity. We have lost very few pilots, and only like 2, and we actually gained like 3 or 4 recruits in this time, which is great. And also, people have really gotten to a new level. A lot of you have mastered trade and PVE and industry like on a good basic level, so you're quite competent and able to fend for yourself. And a lot of you are venturing into nullsec with our coalition, which is great. I mean, you guys are doing great, and I think we'll be in a much better position to recruit now because we'll have more to offer, not just from a few people who kind of are experts or old veterans in some fields here or there. Now we have really a backbone in our corporation, which is wonderful. So we've broken that 100% barrier, which most corporations never break. Most corporations stay at about 100 of active members. We're past that. So now the next one is a 200% barrier. To break that, we need leadership structure that will work. And so I'm thinking through a lot of things through my past CEO experience and things like that, how to organize it, how to pick those leadership positions. Should they be elected people or should they be appointed? How long should the office run for them? Like, should they stay there for like a year, 2 years? What if they become inactive? How do we boot them? Things like that. So I got to think of all the administrative side of it, and then I will put it into prospectus, which I have been editing quite extensively, and I'm gonna put it out in a couple weeks, maybe 1 week, with all the new changes, and we'll vote on it and see if we can accept it. For those of you who don't know, prospectus is like our Constitution. It's the document that defines us, gives us identity, and gives us some basic principles by which we run, and so everything else we do kind of lines up with it. And that's why it's important for us to basically know where we're all going. Then it will happen. It will be much easier. Yeah, and so there was a lot of other reasons why I was busy too. Besides, just wanting to reflect and play Skyrim. Real life circumstances. I'm publishing my first book, which will come out in about a month on Amazon. And as you guys know, I'm engaged, and I wrote this letter explaining that I'm waiting for my fiance to get a visa so we can get married. Like the day after I wrote that email, we got notified that her visa was approved. Now she has to pass an interview at the embassy in Ukraine, and we can be together, which is really exciting. So we should be married like in February. That will be myself and Kitty Naga. You might have met her. She plays from time to time. So yeah, with this Crucible, I'm actually pretty excited. I was looking through a list of features and edits, and it's looking like one of the best expansions, maybe of the last 4 or 5. Just a really good feature list and very viable, wonderful changes, which really made me want to come back today. So Some of the things to note: great interface changes. Capital ships are getting nerf batted, which is great. They needed to change some of this, trenchy type of warfare that we've had, and also introduction of Tech 4, Tech 3, Tier 3 battlecruisers, which could be a game changer because it is coupled with rebalancing changes and boosts to hybrid weapons, blasters and railguns, which actually could be quite significant. Because about a year ago, around this time or something like that, I was trying to persuade my old corporation to switch to railguns as a long-term military strategy, and at the time nobody paid attention to me, and I was convinced that it's a very good, viable option. Well, now all of those weapons got some major boosts, most important of which is reduction in energy grid requirements. And it's a huge deal. It could really change the landscape of EVE PvP, and could really play in our favor, because we have been committed to shield weapons and to guns. We've been pushing Minotaur, but not too much because we're focused mostly on battlecruiser combat. And right now we could maybe do something very interesting with railguns. And again, people might say I sound crazy, so I'm going to wait to see if they don't nerf those changes like a month after, take them back to how it was or something like that. I'm sure there will be some rebalancing in further patches, but we'll do a lot of EFT research and test server research and just talk to some guys who know PvP and see if maybe we will have a good military strategy long term. So come next year, we'll have a leadership structure and a military strategy. We'll have a bunch of new people coming in, and I'm expecting to break 200 members by Christmas. That's the old goal. We'll meet it. We'll meet it quite easily. Not all of those will be active. Probably 25% will be not very active, but we could probably by February be at 200 accounts active, which is exciting. Also been thinking a lot about alts and ganking. Remember one of the new patch notes, like you don't get insurance anymore for high-sec ganking, which stinks. The Care Bears won the day, but the destroyers got boosted, and they're still really cheap, and I never buy insurance for those anyway. So this may not be the end of Hulk ganks, but really the beginning of it. So I'll be thinking a lot about that, and especially with the new political developments in our coalition, kind of the hardening of the relationship between local alliances and deployment to a different area under NBSI. We could have some really interesting developments here, which is great because it will be more fun, it will be more conflict and strife and war, which is what we need. We've been kind of care bearing, I guess, for 2 months because a lot of leadership has been playing Battlefield 3. So I'm assuming, I know for sure that most of the guys will be coming back with this expansion because they were all waiting for it. So we have all those exciting, great things waiting for us, and starting already this week, and we'll be rolling something out new every week. We'll keep you in touch, and I'll be back in the game. So great work, guys. You've kept the corporation together while a lot of us were away in leadership, and we're coming back, and we're coming to make a difference and all have fun, lots of good fights, and new adventures in EVE Online. Alright, well, I will see you guys later. Fly safe, and say bye-bye to Master Minky. That's right.